Trucker Steve here. Okay, part one, informing the new CDL students of their rights. Whenever we make a commitment as a customer to invest in any type of purchases that requires a large sum of money, the customer is always given a contract. An agreement between the customer and whoever that customer is doing business with. So, if one wants to become a CDL driver, that person needs to do the research, looking for a good CDL school that will properly train them to receive a quality CDL education and a strong foundation to start their CDL journey. In some cases, this just does not happen. The customer, the CDL student, is sent to a school by a local government workforce program. Or the person who wants to become a CDL student or get their license goes to the nearest CDL school in their area where the process starts. The CDL school in turn will train this particular person on how great their CDL school is. Tell them about the CDL driver shortage. You are needed and you are in demand. It's like buying a new car. The CDL customer is hooked. And that is the recruiter at the CDL school. That's their responsibility. They are salespeople. Even if they don't have a big school and they don't have the recruiters within the school, the director or the person who owns the school is a salesperson, and he's going to sell you on their school. That is their responsibility. Your responsibility is do your research, which doesn't always happen. And they get hooked and they say, "Where do I sign? Here's my check." For many, most will receive a good CDL training. Most CDL schools will provide good CDL training. Most schools are good. But as you know, if you've been looking at some of my videos, there's been a huge startup in CDL schools throughout the United States. And many are selling a fast-paced in and out the door CDL program. Some 4 days, and on the 5th day, you take your test and get your license. Now, I did accelerated CDL training in 2 weeks, but it was one-on-one, or I might have had 2. But they received into 2 weeks as much training time as some students, or most students, will receive in 4 weeks. They worked hard. And it was a lot of hours, and I didn't waste time chit-chatting. It was all work, 8 hours a day. And they were pretty worn out by the end of the experience, but they were ready to take a test, and they receive a quality road time. Okay, let's get back to this part one. So this fast-paced in and out schools, the CDL students are not receiving the proper training to progress to the next level, getting a tractor-trailer job and keeping it. That's why throughout the industry, 95% of the students after 1 year quit. If they receive really good training, a lot of them might find themselves getting a local CDL job, or with a company that they can prove that they say, "Let me show you what I can do." And that company might hire them. They're not working for the big mega carriers, being stranded out on the road for 3 or 4 weeks at a time before getting home. So, as often as possible, I will post new videos in the coming weeks on what the FMCSA can do to protect the rights of the CDL customer. You are the customer. Before and after the customer signs a contract with a CDL school, I want to put some tips and my opinions, and hopefully some of your opinions on what the FMCSA can do to protect your rights and what you can do. How the FMCSA and the CDL students can hold a CDL school accountable for not providing proper CDL training. So yes, your input is needed, so comment below. Join into the conversation, and hopefully you, myself, we can put some suggestions down. And as this channel grows and I get probably about 5 or 6 more videos showing you how to protect your rights as a CDL student and what the FMCSA needs to do, maybe someone from the government, someone from higher up on one of the big magazines, Freightways, etc., Landline magazine, might take a peek at this and write good, solid articles about the abuse that some CDL students are getting, the poor quality training that they are getting. And most of this has already been talked about. But I want to talk about how the students can protect their rights and how the FMCSA can help the students hold CDL schools accountable. So we'll get into it in part 2. See you on the next run. Be safe out there.